Alright, what is up everyone? Hello and welcome. DSP here. How's everyone doing today? Happy Christmas Eve. Despite some delays and technical difficulties today, it seems that I've gotten things working yet again. Endless problems with this PS3. Seriously. Unfortunately, it just does not seem to be working properly. And what I mean by that is my PS3's HDMI port is pretty shot at this point. A very similar thing happened to me about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, with my original PS3. I'll give you some history here. Little quick history lesson for those of you who maybe haven't been, long-time viewers of mine. I had a PS3 that I bought way back when in, I'd say probably around 2008. And that year was the year when I was really getting into console gaming for the first time in a decade because I'd been busy playing Street Fighter. And so I wanted to play catch up. I bought a PS3 and I bought a few different games. Like I had Uncharted 1, and a few others that I had played through. This is before YouTube, okay? So this was a Gen 1 PS3, and I remember when I wanted to get my PS3, this was the time period when it was the summer after the PS3 had been released. So it was the year after PS3's release, basically. And because of that, all of the PS3s with the larger capacity hard drives had sold out. The only PS3 that was available in stores was the 20 gigabyte, which of course was the one no one wanted because the storage capacity was so low. But it was what I was forced to get, and I actually used that PS3 all the way up until late 2013. You might say to yourself, what happened in late 2013? Well, my PS3 started giving me issues. I would try to plug in an HDMI cable to it, and it wouldn't give me video out, or the video out would flicker. I'd be right in the middle of a playthrough, and the picture would go out and then come back. And, of course, the game wouldn't pause when this happened, so a lot of times I would get screwed. And it was becoming more and more of a problem. Some days it would happen tons, and other days it wouldn't happen at all. So it was hard to pinpoint what the hell the problem was. And then I remember it was in the middle of my Kingdom Hearts HD playthrough. When the Kingdom Hearts collection came out, the HD collection, way back in 2013. Finally, my PS3 crapped the bed. And what I mean by that is it just would not work at all. It would not give me video out to the point where when I booted it, a yellow light turned on the front of the PS3. And for those of you who don't know, the yellow light is basically the kiss of death. It's kind of like the red ring of death was for the Xbox 360. It means the video card is malfunctioned and you will no longer get video out. Okay? And unfortunately because of that, it sucked. I couldn't finish my Kingdom Hearts playthrough. So eventually what I did is I went out and I bought another PS3 because I needed one, because I had Beyond Two Souls that was coming out that year and a few other things. Keep in mind, that was the year when the PS4 came out. So I knew there wasn't going to be too much left on the PS3 that I was going to be playing, but I said I still need one for all these other playthroughs coming up. So I went out and I bought another one. Now, I didn't want to spend a ton of money because I knew it was going to be limited use. It wasn't going to be something I was going to be using all the time. So I went out and I bought another kind of El Cheapo PS3. I think it was less than $200. I got it at GameStop. Used. And it worked fine. It worked perfectly fine. So it was definitely a good purchase. It wasn't like I got ripped off or whatever. But all of a sudden, earlier this year, I started having the same problems. And I'm still having the same problems with my PS3 now. And I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if this is a sign that the video card is dying or whatever. But it's the most bizarre thing. Here's what happens. So I'll turn on the PS3 and either the video will work fine, no problems, or it won't work at all. Then if I mess with the HDMI cable, okay, sometimes it'll start working. Sometimes it won't at all. And sometimes it'll half work. Meaning, again, it's kind of like what it was with the old PS3, where it would flicker on and off and it wouldn't be consistent. So today, I turn it on. No video. So I unplug it, replug it in. It works. So I start the stream. But then I realize, oh man, I didn't plug in my audio cable for my headphones. So I head over there and I plug it in. Oh no, I've touched my PS3 and the HDMI cable decides to stop working. So I'm messing with it, unplugging, replugging, replugging, can't get it to work. Finally, I said, well, really the only thing that I can do here, right? I only have control over one thing. I got a new HDMI cable. Opened it up, plugged it in, lo and behold, it works. Now, the thing is, there's nothing wrong with the HDMI cable I was using. I plugged it into something else, and it worked fine. So there's something with the PS3 when it's having these video issues that it doesn't like on the HDMI cable, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know what it is. How can you explain that? Maybe it fucking put a charge into the cable or some shit? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me, right? This is the second time that this has happened. The second time that I've actually just swapped cables and it worked. The thing is, it's not a foolproof solution. I know this issue is going to end up happening again in the future. The only way for me to foolproof make sure it doesn't happen is to buy another PlayStation 3. Which at this point, I'm not going to do. At this point, I would probably just get a new one. You know, a whole new console. I would get a Slim. I certainly wouldn't get the old model again. I'd probably get a PS3 Slim. But I don't have the money to do it. I don't have hundreds and hundreds of dollars to spend on a console that I'm not going to be using that much. If you think about it, really, Yakuza 5 and maybe some throwback games like Crash Bandicoot 3 and stuff like that might really be kind of the last bastion of what I'm going to be playing on PS3. Let's face it, the console is very outdated at this point. Pretty much all new releases now end up on the PS4. So there's really no reason for me to retain a PS3 unless I want to do like a crazy retro throwback. And the bottom line is a lot of the older games are being made available to be played digitally anyway on PS4. From what I understand, they're going to add tons of classic games slowly but surely to the PS4 digital library so you can play the classics on there and not have to worry about owning a PS3 to play them. So it does kind of suck because obviously when I'm in the middle of a playthrough like Yakuza 5, yeah, I need a PS3. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's only on PS3 right now. But how often is this going to happen where a game that I'm playing is only available on PlayStation 3? I don't know. Surely it's going to be reduced. Let's face it. This is the end of the generation. This generation, I mean, let's face it. What was the last time I played my Xbox 360? Holy shit, right? Earlier this year, I did Silent Hill 4. And I think it was really, I only did one or two. Oh, Just Cause 2 I played on it as well. Besides that, I mean, I didn't use my 360 all year. It was all PS4 and some Xbox One, right? So it really is the kind of the last legs for these consoles. They're on the way out. And I certainly don't want to have to go spend hundreds of dollars on a new console for just, a few games that I'll be playing here and there. I don't have the money. I'll be honest with everyone. I don't have the money. I don't have the money to blow on something like that right now. Right now, with everything going on with the business, I'm coming out of a rut. I just had a contract negotiation with Machinima where I'm going to be making way less money in 2016, and I just don't have that kind of money to be dropping on something that I'm not going to be using. It'd be one thing if it was like a big investment. Okay, I'm buying a new console for the business. I'm going to be using it constantly, but a new PS3 is really not needed at this point. Let's face it. So I apologize to everyone, and I'm really hoping that we can make this work and that we don't continuously have these problems with the PS3. I hope that we can get through this playthrough, because as you know, this is a very long game. Right now, we're actually into the second character, Saejima. His story's pretty interesting. It's funny he went back to prison again. Pretty sick. It's ridiculous. But we're in the middle of that story, and there's two more after that, and then the conclusion, just like Yakuza 4. So it's a very long game. And this is a game that I'm going to be playing today, and I'm going to be playing hopefully next week. We'll have to see what happens with next week's schedule with everything with the fan appreciation and all that. And definitely I'm going to be playing it in early 2016. This is going to be one of the continuing playthroughs. This and Rise of the Tomb Raider are going to be the first things I play in 2016. And then when I finish one of them, I'm probably going to move on to possibly Undertale. And a lot of people are like, whoa, he's going to play Undertale. I might play that. The only real new release in January is Resident Evil 0, the remake of it, which I'm very excited for because I've never played Resident Evil 0 ever, so I know nothing about the game. Besides that, I think it has, what's her name? Rebecca? Does it have Rebecca? No, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna say anything because I'm probably wrong and then I'll look stupid. I've never played it, so I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be a slow gaming month in January. So definitely this will be a game that I want to keep playing, and I hope that the PS3 freaking works, okay? So That's what happened. That's why the stream's so late. The stream was supposed to start over 20 minutes ago. We should have been into gameplay, and instead the stream was delayed a good half hour of me trying to get this PS3 working, so I apologize for that. However, we are now streaming. And I would like to thank those of you who are actually here on stream on Christmas Eve. Yes, today's Christmas Eve, 2015. And some of you are actually here live on stream watching. Thank you for that. I realize that many people are very busy today with their own private lives, the personal stuff, you know, enjoying the holidays with family and friends. Some people doing last-minute Christmas shopping, which I think is absolutely insane, but I'm sure there's people doing it. So, that being said, you know, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your day. Today's stream will be around 3 to 3.5 hours of gameplay, okay? You know, most people have time during these holidays to relax. Not me. It's actually the complete opposite for me because I'm a self-made man, let's face it. I own my own business, a YouTube-based business, and this means that I need to buckle down and work hard. You know, last year I didn't. Last year I took time off during this time period to be with my family who was visiting. And I'll be honest, it actually hurt the business pretty badly. Last December was terrible. Last December, everything plummeted because I didn't do a Christmas special. I didn't start the year-end stuff until late, and it really hurt the business. And I know it sucks because you got to think, oh, you know, life and business, but, you know, the business pays my bills. So here's the deal. After today's gameplay stream of Yakuza 5, I'm going to be uploading the videos. I'm going out to dinner with Leanna. We're going out to get some Asian food because Asian food is traditionally open on Christmas Eve. And it's a family tradition of mine that we actually go and eat Asian food on Christmas Eve. So we're going to do that, and then as soon as we get back from that, that's it. I'm literally coming into my office. I'm closing the door. I'm barring the door. And basically, it's do not open till Christmas. And what I mean by that is I'm going to be working on the Christmas special tonight. I have all of the stuff that I need for it. The video clips, the pictures, the music, the voiceovers, the logos. Everything's ready to go. I just need to slap it into Adobe Premiere and edit the thing. And I just haven't had a chance to do it until now. So most people on Christmas Eve are relaxing, having fun with their families. I will be in my office later today editing probably for a good 6-7 hours, trying to get this Christmas special done. My hope is to have the Christmas special ready for you by midnight my time. That would be very nice if I could have it done by midnight, because then I will release it at midnight. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I really don't know. And then keep in mind tomorrow, the big thing tomorrow, the WWE 2K16 Fantasy Sims, ladies and gentlemen. I have lined up at least 5 matches for everyone. And it's pretty much the most crazy, zany shit you've ever seen. Not one real WWE wrestler is going to be involved. It's going to be all fantasy characters that I have gotten off of the community creations and set up these matches for you. That's going to be a crazy, fun stream, so I hope you'll come back tomorrow to see that live. It's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great. And I certainly hope that you will check that out, because it's going to be very, very fun. I'm very excited for the very first Sims, because I have not had a chance to do them yet. So it's going to be a cool experience. Again, if you could join me live on Christmas Day. Many people will not be able to, and that's perfectly fine. Obviously, everything that I do here on stream is recorded and uploaded to DSPGaming on demand, so check it out later. Same thing, you know, just take a look. There's not a lot of people on stream today. I didn't expect a lot of people on stream today. I really didn't. I knew for a fact that there was going to be, you know, holiday stuff going on and that people would not be really showing up. So I'm cool. I'm happy. I can't believe we broke 100 viewers on stream today. This is wild that there's more than 100 people watching right now. So thank you for that. Those of you who are taking time out to watch. Tomorrow, I really don't expect much either. I don't. But as long as you check it out on YouTube when you get a chance, because I put a lot of work, 2-3 days. I've been downloading characters and arenas and shit. And hopefully it comes out well tomorrow, okay? And then every day after that, 4 days straight, we're doing fan appreciation stuff while I work on year-end series. So it's going to be very busy for me. This is the busiest time of the year for me, because not only am I now doing ongoing playthroughs, but I'm doing all these edited series and events and stuff. And phew. All right. We shall see. I'm stressed. Admittedly, I'm stressed because I got a lot of pressure on me to finish this Christmas special later tonight. It's going to be a lot of work. I remember doing a very similar Christmas special years ago, and I remember how hard it was to do it. The good news is I'm using a different, much better video editor now. So as long as the fucking thing doesn't crash nonstop, I don't think we're going to have an issue. All right, but I guess we'll see. All right. All right, everyone. So that is it. I'm going to get started right now with gameplay. I'm not going to do any gratuitous plugs today because it's Christmas Eve. You know that my Patreon exists at patreon.com/darksidephil, and if you want to check it out, you will. This is not the time to plug. This is the time to be jolly and merry and to share gameplay. So thanks for being here. Let's get started with Yakuza 5. All right? Fair enough? Cool. I'll end the pre-stream, and we shall begin. Very nice.